Welcome to the Heavy Leather Backyard Trailer Trash Spook Show. I'm Rui the Teenage Werewolf, and here's your hosts, Sleaze Grinder and Kelly Kapow.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Heavy Leather Backyard Trailer Trash in the studio. Spook Show. Because we've graduated from the backyard.
We've grown up
to the studio, at least for the winter time. It's very cold in that backyard right now.
Yes.
Here's what we do on the show. Every week, Kelly and I show you highlights from the latest horror movie trailers and previews. So you can find out what's coming up.
What you're gonna like.
Have things to look forward to. Everybody needs things to look forward to, Kelly.
Yeah.
And that's what we're doing here. So let's get to it.
All right. The first one that we're gonna talk about is Wrong Turn.
Wrong Turn. Classic horror franchise.
Is this a remake?
It's a reboot.
Oh my God.
6 original Wrong Turns, and now
A right turn.
Yeah,
No.
Exactly. Wrong Turn Redux. Let's find out about it.
Friends hiking the Appalachian Trail are confronted by The Foundation, a community of people who have lived in the mountains for hundreds of years. So, are we getting a backstory here? Is that what's happening?
Yeah.
Wow. Release date is set for February. The original Wrong Turn was released in 2003, and it spawned 5 sequels, none of which were needed, if you ask me.
The first one was plenty.
Yeah. The reboot is written by Alan McElroy, who wrote the original Wrong Turn, and directed by Mike P. Nelson, who directed The Domestics, a survival horror movie starring Kate Bosworth in 2018.
It's happened before.
Descendants of these people are still living up there on the mountain?
They said they would be the foundation on which a new nation would be built.
From every mountain, let freedom ring.
Okay, so the remake looks remarkably like every other film in the series.
The remake looks worse, way worse than the original. And it's the same guy. I don't understand. Why would you do that?
Why does it look worse? What's going on?
I think that it just doesn't, the production value doesn't look like it's there.
Well, I mean, I'm imagining when they made the first Wrong Turn, they're actually shooting on film. Now they're shooting on a camcorder, but
The actors aren't as hot. Didn't the first one have Elijah Dushku in it?
it did. Well, let's not cast aspersions. They're doing the best that they can.
I know.
They just want to reinvent the Wrong Turn series for the youngins.
I think they should make a Wrong Turn to the studio.
Wrong Turn, everybody. I don't know. It didn't look bad to me. It looked fine to me. It just looked like another Wrong Turn movie.
Yeah.
I like the Wrong Turn. In the Wrong Turn movies, obviously, people fall prey to cannibals in the woods. It's fine.
Yeah, but I mean, it's been done to death.
Well, let's do it one more time.
One more time.
See how it goes. When's it coming out?
February.
February.
Just in time for Valentine's Day.
Next up, Flesh, Contagious. That's a good title, right?
That is a good title. Anything with flesh in it.
In a world devastated by a pandemic virus and dictatorial governments, a couple of fugitives try to survive the executors. When they arrive in an abandoned fortress looking for food and repair, the worst part of their journey begins. From Lorenzo Lapori, producer of Beyond the Omega, which was one of our picks of the week,
Yeah, I
still isn't
remember
out yet, comes the 70s style Gut Muncher.
Gut muncher.
Flesh Contagion was released in Italy in December and is currently waiting a worldwide release. Okay, so here's what I have to say about this one.
What?
The title, Flesh Contagion, and the synthesizer
Yes.
is great.
Right? That made me almost want to see it.
And and the zombies are kind of blue, like in Dawn of the Dead.
Oh,
Is that no good?
it's no good.
And Oasis of the Zombies, if you remember that one. They were also blue. But, so you're against blue zombies.
Yeah, it just looks like someone sat in a vat of Kool-Aid. It doesn't look. It's not like a good blue. It's not like a. It looks so poorly done. It looks like a 5-year-old.
But when you die, I think you turn blue.
Not that shade of blue.
For a little while, you turn blue, and then you turn black. But you turn blue for a while, so it would make sense that zombies would be blue. But anyway, it looks pretty camcordery from the trailer, right?
It does. It does. I like the scene with the woman getting water dripped over her head.
Yeah, that was cool. You know, this could go either way.
It's probably gonna go the other way.
It's going to go that way.
Yeah.
All right.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Doom Tube.
Doom Tube. What's Doom Tube, Rui?
Well, Doom Tube is the section of the show where we take a deep dive into those murky, unclean waters of the internet. The part no saying people should go, except the dark web, because I'm not messing with that. Nope.
All right. What do we got this week?
This week we got.
Do you want me to tell you what we got?
Yeah.
It's the bowling alley screen when you get a strike.
Bowling alley screen when you get a strike. I think a very good genre of cursed images or cursed videos are just these really terrifying low-budget animations that are like made to make you laugh and also fear.
Okay.
Mostly fear.
All right. Let's check it out, everybody. It's the bowling alley screen when you get a strike. A lot of your videos end in suicide. Did you notice that?
I did not, but I think that's just strange Zoomer humor.
Yeah, clearly. All right, well, this was a disturbing video. What do you have to say about it? Describe the feelings you have when you watch it, why it resonated with you. What do you think the intent was?
I think, like I said, the intent was to make you laugh and also fear.
Okay.
And I think it did it perfectly. It's like all these videos are kind of mildly humorous. They make you laugh a bit. So it's just a weird video of a pin of a. I mean, I guess that's what happens when you go bowling. Is you're killing bowling pins. Except, of course, this was far more graphic than it usually is. Really makes you think about the ethics of bowling. Like, what if those pins were alive?
Yeah. So, in this world, everything is anthropomorphized. Everything has a life and a conscience.
Indeed.
And imagine the hell that existence would be.
Exactly. You go.
If you're a bowling pin,
exactly.
Your whole life is just to be knocked over by balls. How do young people feel about bowling, by the way?
I haven't been bowling in a very good while.
Will it survive another generation, bowling?
That's a very good question. I think I'm gonna give it a strong maybe.
Could you bowl a 300 if you really tried?
Absolutely not. I could knock down a couple pins.
Okay.
I think that's good enough.
And now it's time. Thank you. And that's this week's video. And now it's time for
cursed captions.
Cursed captions.
Yep. So it's a little game we like to play on this show. Now there's a very popular subreddit on Reddit called r/cursedImages. So each week I go in and I get an image from there, and all the images are titled cursed_something.
Okay.
And so I tell Ken the title, and he has to guess what it is, and at the end we show it to him.
Okay.
So this week, the image is titled cursed_dolphin man.
Dolphin man. Half man, half dolphin. I'm guessing dolphin up top, man on the bottom, digging balls. Let's find out.
All right, let's see it.
Oh my God.
So you were in a way right. It was half man, half dolphin, but just not in the way you wanted it to
Yeah.
be.
What is that? What is that about, buddy?
What's what about?
I would find that distasteful.
I mean, it is fairly distasteful.
Yeah. What is that about?
I don't know. It's just.
Is that from some horrible theme park from Bulgaria or something? What is that? Come on, buddy. What is that?
Now that you think about it, I feel like that, maybe marketed towards children. It also could be some really weird art installation. These creative types.
Nothing against the Bulgarians. Just kind of seems like something they do.
Yeah. But, when it's going to be even more disturbing when I tell you that that's part of the stuff that I could show from r/cursedImages. There's a lot that I can't show you. It's actually like 90% stuff that I cannot show you on this show, and like 10% that stuff.
We're in public access. You can watch. You can show whatever you want, buddy.
I can't in good conscience show you guys some of the stuff on there.
That's it, everybody, for this week. Tune in next week for more weirdness. That is the end
Of Doom.
Doom Tube. We'll see you next week. Until then, stay out of the deep end
Indeed, let me do that for you.
of YouTube. Leave it to the experts. See you next week. Next.
Why?
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 Why? Why is a 2020 American slasher horror film about a female writer who goes, guess where?
Bermuda.
To a cabin in the woods.
Oh, okay. All right.
And she's for isolation and is stalked by an escaped maniac. It's written and directed by Corbin Timbrook. He did The Belly of the Beast, Studio 666, and Tower of Blood. Stars Lance Hendrickson, Natasha Henstridge, Ghosts of Marge, Species, and sequels.
Right.
Emma Bell, Chris Browning, and Allison McCaddy.
911. 911, what's your emergency?
I just got home and then there's blood everywhere.
Step out of the house.
Oh my
Do you understand?
Carly just told me that you're going out of town. I told Roger we'd have the new pages by Tuesday.
I just need a couple days for a little R&R.
Welcome to Northdale. It's ours for the weekend.
You staying up this way?
Yeah, my boyfriend's cabin in Northdale.
Northdale?
Yep.
Isn't that where?
Uh-huh.
Something's not right. Watch your back.
Who's out there? Is somebody out there?
Promise there's no monsters.
That's right. There are no monsters.
Then who's that?
Why are you doing this?
Okay.
What do you think?
Well, first of all, Natasha Henstridge looks like she's in it for 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And probably won't be naked in it like she was in Species. She's Canadian, did you know that?
No.
Yep.
I like Canadians.
The bit with the kid seems pretty good.
Yes.
And the rest is pretty standard. But I will say this, slasher movies, they're like Sex and Pizza. I mean, even if they're not that good, still pretty good.
Yeah. I feel like they showed that it was the same scream over and over and over again in the trailer. Did you notice that?
I didn't notice it was the same scream.
It was the same scream. And also, they showed the killer with this little knife, and it was like this big, dripping blood. I'm like, they couldn't have given the guy a bigger fucking knife. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
You just stand there with like this, like a knife that size, just like so, like this. And I was like, I don't know. He doesn't look very scary to me.
You could kill somebody with a little knife.
Yeah, but like, you're not gonna show that on a trailer.
You just need more stabs.
a lot more stabs.
Yeah.
It's exhausting.
That's how they do it in the prison when you're getting shanked. It's like a little knife, but you know, many stabs.
Yeah, because they work with what they have in prison. We have more. There are so many more knives out there.
So there you go, everybody. Why? By the way, is Why a good name for a horror movie?
I'm just like, why this movie?
Why? Hunter.
Hunter.
Joseph and his family live in the remote wilderness as fur trappers. Mm-hmm. Does anybody do that?
Probably in Canada somewhere. Or maybe in Finland. Iceland.
I remember my buddy Stacy Deasy she was with her boyfriend. They were driving along somewhere, and they came upon some roadkill. I forget what it was. Was it like a raccoon? I think it was a raccoon.
Yeah.
And her boyfriend was like, "Oh, we should just take the skin," and he went the fur, and then he went outside and he skinned the fucking raccoon.
Just like that?
Just like that, and then took the fur.
Did you make a hat out of it?
I don't know. I think maybe that was his intention, but then it's like you got to figure out how to make a hat. Who knows how to make a hat? Could you make a hat?
I don't think so.
I don't know.
Could you?
No. I'll tell you one.
Definitely not.
I think it would be easier to make a hat than to skin an animal on the side of the road.
Yeah.
That's super masculine. I can't. I can't.
Can't not that kind of butch over here.
Yeah, I'm not that butch. Joseph and his family live in, like I said, they live in the remote wilderness. But their tranquility, because that's why you go to the woods.
Because you want to be away from all the city scares.
I don't hear the cars. I don't hear the buzzing of the cell towers. The 5G is not entering my brain. Right?
Yeah.
So that's why you go out there. But their tranquility is threatened when they think they're being hunted by the return of a rogue wolf. And Joseph leaves them behind to track it. Hunter is streaming now, by the way.
The wolf is back. Ate a raccoon and left the paw.
This isn't a normal wolf.
It's just a hungry wolf looking for an easy meal. I will catch it.
What was that?
It's a ring.
The wolf ate a ring?
Maybe it was attached to something that tasted good.
What, like a finger?
Where did she say she found this?
Out in the woods.
Hello?
Jesus.
There's a killer out there.
My advice is to move your family to the woods.
Get behind me!
What if we can't make it out before the freeze?
We don't run from our troubles.
You heard it, right?
We don't get a lot of people out here.
That's what makes it so special.
Nothing pushes us out of our home.
I'm worried about Dad.
Renee said she heard a gunshot.
We've got a blood trail.
Your husband wanted to catch a wolf. Is that what he told you?
Stay in this room until I come get you. Say you understand! I understand!
You want to snag a wolf? You gotta out-wolf him.
So, the trailer promises a shocking twist finale, which I'm always up for.
Is it that it's a werewolf?
I think it's that they're all dead.
What?
So you get survival horror, but maybe you get some serial killer stuff in there, maybe some occult stuff. I don't really know. Who knows what's happening in the woods? I don't know. I don't go to the woods.
You should start going to the woods.
I don't think so. People go, you should go to the woods, you can convene with nature. But if you are suspect of nature, then you're never going to really feel relaxed. I'm less suspect of concrete than I am of...
I like the woods.
How much time are you spending in the woods?
Not much, I guess. I think this movie looks good.
Okay.
It looks okay. I mean,
okay.
I personally would rather see this movie be a werewolf movie.
Yep.
And I think it would be better if it was more beastly than just like a wolf in the woods. You know?
Like a man wolf as opposed to just a wolf.
Yeah. I don't like the wolf.
I don't think either of them matter to you what it is when it's attacking you.
True.
I think a wolf is pretty scary if it's trying to eat you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Hunter. Hey everybody, it's time for the Massacre of the Week. Every week we watch a massacre movie because the horror genre is just littered with them.
They're thick on the ground.
We figured we'd knock some of them out. This week it's the Cheerleader Massacre.
Ah, the Cheerleader Massacre.
This was made by the great Jim Wynorski, the man that brought us cult classics like Chopping Mall.
Rui's favorite.
Which Rui recently saw.
He loved it.
Which Kelly's also a fan.
Yeah. Good flick.
The Lost Empire, another great one.
Oh, yes.
And Not of This Earth, the remake starring Tracy Lords, and many others. He's up to over 100 films at this point.
Amazing.
And of course, he wrote the teen sex comedy classic Screwballs.
That was rather a classic.
This was all in the 80s, though. This is
brings me a chuckle just to think about it.
This week is 2003 era.
Long past his prime.
Jim Wynorski. Well, let's see how things hold up. We don't know that he's past his prime.
He better have a lot more greatness in store if he's going to make up for Cheerleader Massacre.
He could just be ratcheting up.
Things go in cycles.
This one is a little bit...
A bit of a downward cycle.
This one is a little low budget even for Wynorski.
It's no Lost Empire.
In true Wynorski fashion, however, there's a shower scene directly after the credits. Right? Credits, boom, shower scene.
I may have stopped the tape a little early, now that you mention.
This was right after a cheerleading practice wherein no one was wearing workout clothes.
Oh, the opening credits, okay.
Yes. So basically what happened is a maniac named McPherson breaks out of the asylum and heads to the woods near Fresno to kill a bunch of people. In the meantime, a high school cheerleading squad, who are all obviously 28 years old, gets stranded in the snow in those very same woods when their bus breaks down. And it's, by the way, they go to Bridgemont High. Ridgemont High. Mm-hmm. There's also a park ranger and his deputy, and at least 2 sets of cops also all on the case.
They're working in shifts on this one.
And that seems like a lot, but most of them don't last too long.
That's true, You got to start out with a lot of cops just so you can have one who cracks the case wide open.
So, and this was a strange twist, I thought. So the park ranger goes to see Brink Stevens, who's living in a cabin, to tell her about McPherson and to go over her run-in with him 20 years ago. And then they go into a flashback from Slumber Party Massacre.
Isn't that great?
From 1982.
So you get a bonus.
And you go, man, I wish I was watching that movie.
See, yeah, you kind of do.
That's the problem. It really makes you wistful to see a real film.
This is one of the many problems, if I'm going to give my opinion.
The cheerleading team finds a house in the woods to hole up in, but of course the killer finds them in the house. There is one good shot where there's a knock on the door, and when they open it, there's a nasty surprise waiting for them.
There's a nasty surprise.
Thank God, that must be them.
That was a good shot, right?
It was terrific. Yeah, the guy's been decapitated. He's like a fountain.
That was like the money shot of the whole movie.
It really was. It almost made it worthwhile.
That's about it for thrills, though.
Pretty much.
But, there is a twist.
A shocking twist ending we dare not reveal, but rest assured it's nothing the plucky Ms. Hendricks and her Canadian tuxedo and a Molotov cocktail can't fix.
Yeah. You're not going to be that invested to really be blown away by the twist, that's for sure.
Hey, who gives a shit?
Anyway, this is not Jim Wynorski at his best, that's for sure. But is it a massacre? It's a massacre.
It's a massacre.
And are there cheerleaders?
There are.
In name only.
There's not a whole...
Literally, they never cheerlead, ever.
That's a good point.
And there isn't one cheerleading outfit.
There is a shot at the beginning where they're doing a cheer, but they're not wearing the outfits. And I'm like, oh, well, they're just, we have to get cooking, to really get cheering. There's no pom-poms. There's no short pleated skirts. There's no letter sweaters. None of it!
I'm starting to feel like they named it afterwards. All right, here we go. We have a strict criteria on Massacre of the Week. It's 1 to 4 chainsaws. Andy, how many chainsaws does Cheerleader Massacre get?
1.
Cheerleader Massacre gets 1 chainsaw.
And we're being nice.
And we're being nice. That's it for this week. We'll see you next time. Until then, keep your chainsaws revving.
Yeah, revving. That's a good one.
Keep your chainsaws revving, everybody.
Chainsaws revving. Finally, he comes up with something.
See you next time on Massacre of the Week. Everybody, it's time. Pick of the week. And I think Kelly's really excited about this one. I think we all are. Let's find out about it.
It's called Psycho Gorman.
First of all, number one.
Good fucking name.
I think it's a terrible name.
What?
Psycho Gorman?
Yeah,
that sounds like
cool.
something a fucking 16-year-old would come up with. No offense, Rui. When he's making his first horror movie. What are we gonna call this thing? How about Psycho Gorman?
Yeah, but it's supposed to be silly. I think it fits the bill.
Okay, all right. That could have worked a little harder on the title.
All right. What would you name it?
I don't know, but I wouldn't name it Psycho Gorman because I'm an adult.
After unearthing a gem that controls an evil monster looking to destroy the universe, a young girl and her brother use it to make him do their bidding. Psycho Gorman was directed by Stephen Costanzi, who brought us cult classics The Void in 2016.
The Void.
Excellent.
I would say it probably is a cult classic at this point.
2016?
A cult classic takes a little time.
Yeah.
But I think even when you were watching it, you were like, this is going to be a cult classic.
Yeah.
The ending was a little soft, but the vibe, because you remember, It was like the guys in the crazy outfits with the triangles hanging out outside the hospital, freaking everybody out. That was good. And then it was like a Lovecraft monster at the... It had a lot going for it, the Void.
Yeah.
So that would suggest...
Great monsters in that.
That would suggest you get more of the same here.
Many moons ago, a nameless evil was imprisoned in a place far beyond reach.
Hurry up!
If he were ever to be released, it would spell certain doom for all existence.
Is that fear I smell? Your planet will be torn to pieces, and I will trade your angry screams as I rip.
Is this yours? Speak?
Oh my god.
The gem of Paraxidike. Whoever wields it is able to command me.
Go over there and wait for us to come back in the morning.
You will suffer an eternity for this.
Mom, Dad, I want you to meet Psycho Gorman, or PG for short.
I will bathe in your blood.
Don't worry.
Be worried. Slow down!
He's gonna kill everybody.
Not unless I tell him to.
What did you three maniacs get up to?
This is getting a little weird.
This sick game must come to an end. She will enslave the galaxy into endless servitude. Kill him!
Cool.
The ultimate evil has awoken.
There's a new god in town, and his name? Psycho Gorman. It was nice meeting you.
It would be nicer if you were dead.
All right, bye.
The trailer is pretty incredible. It starts off kind of like a Spielberg movie or something, right? Like a lovable alien E.T. kind of tween movie.
Yeah.
And then it just explodes into buckets of gore.
It kind of gave me a little bit of a Monster Squad vibe, too.
Right, it still somehow keeps the family tone,
Yeah.
but with,
But
you
it
know,
is,
extreme
like,
gore.
Yeah, they show that he, like, rips two heads off at the same time.
Yeah.
There's battle axes, fighting. Looks cool.
So it's like splatter for the whole family.
Yeah.
That we can all,
Enjoy together.
yeah. So, Psycho Gorman, I forget, when is it coming out? Do we know when it's coming out? We don't know when it's coming out. It's a mystery.
We'll let you know, maybe.
Yeah, we'll let you know. We'll inform you when it comes out. But it looks awesome, and that is our pick of the week. And that, by the way, is the end of the show.
Aw.
It's been fun, but we got to go. Before we do, let's bring over Rui, the teenage werewolf exorcist, to help us do the plugs. Here he comes. Hey, there he is, everybody.
Hello, everybody. You just watched the Heavy Loaded Backyard Podcast Spookshow in the studio.
You don't have to tell people that because they're already watching it.
Well, you can check us out again next week. You can also check out the Heavy Loaded Horror Show podcast on Google Podcast, Apple Podcast, and on the Campanaras Radio Network, GoGoCampanaras.com. You can also check out our old show, the Heavy Loader Topless Dance Party, on HeavyLoaderForever.com.
Okay, thank you, buddy. There he goes, everybody. It's Rui, the teenage werewolf exorcist. Thank you. Thank you, Kelly. Thank you, everybody, for watching. And we'll see you next week on the Heavy Leather Backyard Trash in the studio
Spookshow.
Spookshow.